Thank God it's Friday, and welcome to today's edition of TVC Breakfast. My name is Etoma Edu, and today it's a special day because we have Uncle Sam with us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you
Exactly.
very much.
Well, good morning, Nigeria, and thank God it's Friday. That's how we welcome you on a Friday morning. It's been beautiful from Monday through to Friday. We've given you great TV moments, so allow us to wrap up this Friday on a great note. Just as Etoma had said, we are going to be talking about a fantastic book on set today, so you need to keep your fingers crossed. I am Ria Abdul.
Now, Ibrahim Shita, thank you so much for joining us. We believe that you had a blast yesterday, resting and also meeting families as you celebrated May the 1st. What the celebration is still there, the mood is still there. Because
actually,
we as workers, we were here yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Today we're still here. We'll
it's
always
our
be here
duty
every other day to inform.
Well, let's
I
talk
know-
about
I know
How did you
it's-
celebrate yours? How did you celebrate Workers' Day?
Well, I just did some work.
He did some work.
Yes.
And it's ironic that Ibrahim is the one that said you had some rest and all that.
Yeah.
He walked all through yesterday till late in the evening. Okay. But today we'll be talking about this. About 6 governors from the Northeast region have converged on Yobe State to deliberate on crucial challenges facing their respective states. The resurgence of Boko Haram insurgency was a top priority in their deliberation. TVC News correspondent Michael Oshoma has the details.
Announcing the arrival of Her Excellency.
These governors are from Borno, Taraba, Gombe, Adamawa, Bauchi, and Yobe states. Their aim is to discuss and strategize on a range of critical issues, including economic development. As the Northeast grapples with economic disparities and insecurity, this forum signifies a commitment to collective action and regional progress.
The recent re-emergence of attacks by the insurgents is a matter of serious concern, capable of undermining the successes already recorded in the theater of war. May I humbly suggest that the military should revisit its operational strategy so as to be more offensive.
The Northeast leaders are not only celebrating their shared achievements, but are also focusing on pathways that will benefit the constituents.
I am optimistic the forum will once again reflect on measures that will contribute to unlocking the economic potential abundant in the sub-region. This becomes necessary in view of the overdependence on federal allocation, which is increasingly becoming unrealistic and more challenging in meeting our needs.
Shortly after, the governors went into deliberation on regional issues that would impact the lives of many in the Northeast. After that, the governor of Taraba State read the outcome of the meeting.
Forum notes that addressing the security challenges in the Northeast require a multidimensional approach of not only the kinetic strategy, but also address the root causes such as youth employment through vocational and technical education, improved road networks, improved education, and reducing poverty. The forum is committed to addressing the issues of security by tackling the current situation while addressing some of the root causes.
It is hoped that the outcome of this meeting by the governors will yield positive impact for the development of the region. Michael Oshoma, TVC News, Damaturu, Yobe State.
I find it instructive that the governors had to converge to discuss common problems in their region. Governors Forum have chairmen of different regions in Nigeria, and with everything that's happening in the Northeast, what do you think, Uncle Sam? What do you think about this?
Well, organizations or meetings are necessitated by objective experiences. So the Northeast is peculiar for its problem with Boko Haram and the turbulence of a religious sect. They had been subdued for a while, and it's curious that they are experiencing some kind of savage rebirth. This could happen because of the fragility of the region, especially the border communities around the country, which we don't have control over. This is also a reflection of the interconnectedness of the region. Yeah. And so if they don't take care of their own part, no matter how much we take care of our own part, they are bound to try to find some way of creating problems for us. And that's what we are experiencing. But the point is also to note that because it had been subdued for quite over a year or two now. There's a sense for the security infrastructure to have suffered some kind of ennui, that they are kept quiet and thought that, well, we are okay. So it is also a wake-up call that you cannot be too satisfied with your own achievement, especially when it comes to security, because those people only have to get it right once. Just once.
Exactly. And but a lot of people will argue that the meeting is long overdue because we've seen the resurgence of Boko Haram. We've seen a lot of life lost. My own question to Uncle Sam is the implementation. We've seen they have these meetings. Several times we see that meetings are held. But after the meeting, what next?
Well, the point is not just to hold meetings. What has been the substance? Were they discussing tea? Were they discussing meshai? Or were they discussing more important matters? Because when they hold such meetings, sometimes because they believe that the issue of security was now tamped down, they probably were discussing other issues like how to build schools, how to reduce poverty, and so on. But the question is, when you hold meetings like that, make sure there is a security component, by which I mean that there should be the presence of the intelligence community in those areas, because they're supposed to have, ideally supposed to have an intelligence agent in every local government in the country. We should have that. I think that's what's supposed to be.
So if one looks at the challenges we're also having from the Northeast region, it's been, several years, but it's good that we have this administration which has been trying to do a whole lot of things to stem the tide of insecurity. But when we now have them coming up, do you feel that those that we thought we had radicalized, those that de-radicalized, over the years, maybe some of them are returning back to, they feel they are not getting enough money, because one of the things that drives it is poverty and the quest to make money. So do you think we're not really doing so much in order to keep them de-radicalized after the program?
It's always an issue, because those people always have a capacity for recruitment and re-recruitment, and that might be happening. We cannot say the significance of that issue, and maybe that is why the issue of accelerating, the poverty projects should go on. The Northeast Development Commission comes in here, and they have to accelerate the activities, and they have to also diagnose an X-ray what those problems are and how much work is going on with NEDC. I don't think we have given much spotlight into the activities, because it's very important. And let us see what these things what this meeting will yield. And they can't do anything without the help of the center. That's right. That's for sure. So it's not just a governor's forum. It's actually a government problem.
Okay. I always have this question mark when I hear that a terrorist has been de-radicalized. I have never believed in that concept. Once there, it's difficult to come back. So if you keep a de-radicalized terrorist board without engaging the person, he will just go back to old ways.
Like a recycling.
Exactly. He will just go back to.